Do you ever think about the apocalypse? Well, Ideka does. Ideka, IDK, IDK? I don't know. It's another question from somebody. Ideka. 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 I don't know. Anyway, his question is, or her question, I don't know. Question is, how would an INTP do in a life or death situation? Example, house is on fire or zombie apocalypse. Well, I'm gonna confess something. I'm one of the strange individuals that actually really anticipate and not, I don't know if hope for is the right word, for some kind of extreme measure to happen or some kind of extreme event. One, because it forces people to get off of their crazy things that they start believing, and just a lot of the insecurities will start to fly away because they now have to focus on what's important. And so when something is devastating, either by an apocalyptic kind of nature or house burning down, it doesn't have to be the whole world. People put aside their problems or actually reveal the actual grotesque side of them that was hidden all along, and stress may show them to be the coward. Who knows? But it allows people to forces people to show their true colors. So that's why I really do kind of have a strange wanting for, catastrophic things for that reason. So, what would I do during such a time? Well, let me tell you a story. I lost my dog today, and I was walking around. I went behind a bridge, and he went the other direction. I poked my head up, and I was like, "Oh wait, hey, I'm over here." I whistled at him, and he saw me, and I walked, down under this bridge because I was flying me drone, and well, he didn't come down. So I go looking around, and he is not anywhere. And there's like a road kind of farther away, but he could get to it if he was really determined. And there's people kind of everywhere, and thunder is about to happen. So it's kind of raining and hailing just a tiny bit. There's like about 6 different ways he could possibly go because there's like trails that go different directions. And so I don't know if this is really a good example, but I freaking out wouldn't really get my dog back. Well, lo and behold, I actually found out that he walked himself all the way back home. That's like a mile or so more, all the way back home. He had to take the sidewalk all the way back and then cross a really busy road and keep walking all the way back to the house. And I'm just glad that it worked out. So I would hope that would also reflect how I would behave in such an experience. Though something that's a little less personal, like having to stock up, because when the danger is happening to you, it's a little different than if something that you value is in danger, whether that be a person or a thing or a dog. That may change how you approach it or approach the situation. So during some kind of apocalypse, I probably would actually somewhat enjoy myself, at least in the abstract in my mind. I don't, what that actually would cost me. The practical side of it, of course, wouldn't or isn't really hitting me realistically. So I'm imagining myself, warring it out up in the mountains, and I have to hunt for deer and fish and all that stuff. And you're with your 3 very close friends that you have to survive, and you trust each other very well. But see, those kind of situations allow you to really find who you really trust, who really can be trustworthy, and you find the people that actually like you and are willing to fight for you and with you, and things like that. So, but then like a fire, what would I do? I would look around my stuff and go, crap, maybe pray a short prayer, and try to get out. You can probably guess to see how bad the fire is, and probably can get a couple things if you have the time, depending where you are in the house. But I would think I would be very calm, more calm. It's interesting whenever I do have an experience. There's like a hair like on my nose, like it's one of my dog's hairs, and I feel like I'm picking my nose, but I'm not really picking my nose. So you ever have that problem? Because like you're like in the middle of class or something, and you're like, I'm not picking my nose. I'm just Okay, I think it's gone now. So whenever I have any very strong, just tension that happens right now, like all my like focus just zeroes in on whatever it is to get to the other side, to finish, to survive, or to whatever. And so there's just no room for freak out. And so that's what I would think. So what would you do during the zombie apocalypse? Or what would you do during a house bombing? Not bombing, but sure, a bombing. Well, if you're an INTP or another personality type, how do you feel like you will handle stressful situations that are more than just trying to turn in a paper the next day? Leave your comment section below or ask questions. I will try to get back to them as fast as I can. And I will see you guys in another video or another life. You never know. Beep.